Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to episode 5 of our Sky Factory 3 playthrough. So, in the last episode, we started working on our sieve building. As you can see, I've done a little bit of work, not much off stream, and we've got 4 diamond meshes now. I've also put windows in and kind of started working on the ceiling vents or light holes, whatever you want to call them. And today we're going to finish this off, and once we've done that, we're going to start working on automating the mob spawner, because that is incredibly important to get up and running and automated so we don't have to keep going over there and killing things. But first things we want to do is the sieves actually throw items everywhere, especially redstone, as we've seen in the earlier episodes. So what we want to do is make sure... Oh god, I just did it again. That's not the first time I've done that. I'm going to have to go and put all those back in again. Yeah, we need to make sure... Can't believe I just did that again. That there's basically... If it gets thrown, it doesn't go out the window and into the void, because that would be just a big waste. Okay, let's put those in there. Those can go in there, and we need to make some more glass. Luckily, we can use the wand. Now if we do this with the diamond wand, as you can see, it just completed it for us, and because of that, luckily we didn't actually turn it all into... Okay, so this means we've got basically a sealed room except for the front door, yeah? Okay, so this will allow us to do the sieving of all the materials we need. Okay, so let's go and empty our inventory, and let's go and make some rocks and cobblestone. So I have updated Sky Factory to the latest version, and basically the auto clicker thing doesn't really work anymore, so you have to do it manually by hand for the sieves. It still works on the stone, so feel free to use that whenever you want. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly pause the video. We're going to generate some cobblestone, and then we'll go over to the sieves. We'll be back in a minute. And we are back, so we have a bit of cobblestone now. Okay, so I showed you I was doing it compressed before, but now that we have diamonds, we can actually speed that up quite a bit. So what we can do is use the diamond wand and actually put it down really fast and actually vein mine. Oh, just ran out of diamond wand. Let's go and make another one, shall we? They are really cheap for what they are. So it's 1 diamond with 2 sticks on the side, like that, and boom. So it can place up to 1,500 blocks for you, approximately. And the diamond hammer can do approximately, I think it's 4,000. And it's raining. Oh, that's right. If it's raining, you can actually look up and it eats for you. Come on. As you can see, our food bar just went up. So if we just wait for it. See? So if you're really desperate for food, you can just look up in the rain. Alright, let's get the rest of this out. Alright, awesome. So we have a ton of gravel. So the great thing about the meshes is, and I think we've been over this once before, they each do different types of things. And for the best of the best, you want the diamond meshes, because they give you diamonds, emeralds, and such at the best rate. However, the iron meshes also give you iron, nickel, and lead. And I'm not sure, do you get copper out of them? I don't think you get copper. So you do still need to use the iron meshes, and I think the flint meshes as well, to get some of the resources like copper and such. Seems we've already done a lot of those. We don't really need to use them at the moment. But this is basically, the sieves are the best way to get your actual resources to start with. So diamond, lapis, gold, iron, nickel, lead, and obviously coal. So if you want flint, you have to use basically the meshes, or I believe the flint meshes, to get flint itself. Apart from that, to get stuff like diamonds and emeralds, you need to use the diamond and iron ones, which is what we're doing. Alright, beautiful. So the next thing we're going to need to do is some cobblestone generators, so to stop us from having to pound the ground. And the reason we need to do that is to automate the mob farm. We actually need RF power. So actually no, we don't. There's a way we can automate the mob farm without using RF power, but we still need a cobblestone generator anyway. Interesting choices, huh? Alright, let's go and make some more iron meshes. So that's 5, 10. So 16 iron meshes. Let's go and make 16 more of those. Let's hope we've got the iron for it. We've got 32, so we can make 8 at the moment. So I'll put those back in there. So we've just used our entire iron supply, so we're going to have to definitely make some more. Maybe what we should do next is create a sag mill, so we can actually get some ore doubling. Or maybe a smeltery should be next, so we can make some iron tools, and that's also a quest for the smeltery and iron tool upgrades. So as you can see, it actually does it in a 5x5 area, which is freaking awesome. So we're now doing 25 at once. Well, 20 would be 25 if we had the other 8 iron meshes in there. Wait, so what are we doing? We're doing 16, 17 at once. That's still pretty good. A lot better than 9, right? This definitely speeds things up, and it is a great way to get some resources quickly when you start out, yeah? As you can see, we've got 1.5 stacks of flint left. Oh, sorry, gravel. And this will be our last stack. Beautiful. As you can see, we just got flint out of that, which is pretty cool. So we're going to have to literally burn some more iron. Unfortunately, it's the way it has to go. So we'll make another 32 in here. Alright. Coal and flint. Okay, so let's make a sterling generator. Well, actually, what we probably need to do is make some crucibles, right? So to make crucibles, we need clay. And we need bones. And that means we need some weapons. Wherever we put them. Alright, let's go and do this. I can see a skeleton. Alright, we've got 1 bone out of that. We need actually a few bones. Do we have any more? No, we need 7 bone meal. Because to make a crucible, you need clay and bone meal, yeah? Definitely no clay there. Oh, there's more skeletons. Awesome, awesome. Oh, compressed skeleton. That's our bone meal problem solved. That was just pure luck, wasn't it? Beautiful. So we've got enough for 33 porcelain now. So we can actually do 2 crucibles. So to do the porcelain, it is clay and bone meal. And then it's just literally like a cauldron. And then what we need to do is throw them in a furnace to cook them. And then what we'll do is just here for now, start off with is you put them on top of a torch. Come on. Second one, please. And then we need some cobblestone. So we'll grab one of those. So what you do, once again, is you put the crucible above a torch to start with. And then you right-click cobblestone on the crucible, and it will actually start melting it for you. Now, to start with, it is incredibly slow, as you're probably aware. Okay, a little bit of sorting. As I said, I want to put dirt and grass in between the layers. It makes it look more overworldy, you know, and just that little bit nicer as you're running around instead of always looking into the void. Okay, so they are generating for us, which is awesome. Now, one thing we want to do, there is a cobblestone generator. So we want to make this, so we need a bucket of lava for it, glass, and a bucket of water. So the first thing we need to do is make sure we've got 2 buckets. We've got 1. So we will need to make a second bucket. Where did I just put that iron? There it is. So once again, we'll need 1 bucket of water. And when these are done, if you have a look, it says liquid lava 189. So 1 bucket is 1,000. So it's going to take a little while. While that's happening, let's see what we can do. Just making sure it's not raining inside of our sieve room, which is awesome. Oh, we did miss a couple. Let's go and grab some more panes of glass and fix that while we're waiting. Beautiful, fully self-contained. Might have to do some walkways and stuff so we don't have to walk around in the rain. We'll see. Alright, let's move some of this into here, like so. Just so the chest isn't clogged up, yeah? Now, where is our achievements book? Oh. Alright guys, I don't normally do this, but what we're going to do is... Alright, so we're going to quickly open to Land World, and we're going to go back into JEI and grab a book, yeah? Don't know what happened to it. Okay, and we'll turn off cheat mode. Beautiful. Okay, we've done that. We've done gravel in a sieve, but we haven't done sand or dust yet. Yep, we've done that. We've just done that. And we're just doing that now. And we're about to build a cobblestone generator. Once our lava finishes up. I still love our water gen there. Might make it look a little bit prettier down the track. Alright, beautiful. So, we want to do... actually, we want to do a smeltery, correct? So we are definitely going to need a lot of clay for that. So we want to make a decent size one, so either 5x5 or 7x7 to start with. And for that, we need dust. To make clay. Okay, that's interesting. You can't put water into a partially filled barrel. Okay, so if we have a look and go grout, let's have a look. Not grunt, grout. So, to make 8 of those, we need 8 lots of these. So 16 blocks of clay makes a stack, yeah? No, 8 blocks of clay makes 1 stack. So we want 4, we probably want 8. Let's start with 4 stacks. So that's 8, 16, 24, 32 blocks of clay, yeah? So we've got 13, so let's keep going. So was that 32, wasn't it? So 3 more. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll use the top crafting table. So now we need 4 sand and 4 gravel each. Okay. So I'm going to generate some more cobble the same way I have. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pause and I'll generate some cobble. I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. So what we need to do is make 2 stacks of sand and 2 stacks of gravel now. So that's 4 stacks all up. So what we should probably do is just have 4 stacks of cobble on us. I did make a few more than needed. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, just so we don't make too much, yeah? Okay, so we needed 2 stacks of sand and 2 stacks of gravel. So if we look at the recipe again, gravel is in the corners. Like so. And now we just need to put the gravel down. Make some sand. Alright, 2 stacks of sand is exactly what we needed. And we have 4 stacks of grout now. So what we're going to want to do is make some tiny, interesting, different. Alright, so all that grout will now be basically being made into seared bricks for us. We are definitely going to want some more glass as well, so let's make some more sand. We'll make a stack of glass. Step 1, make gravel. Alright, 64 sand. Alright, let's grab some more of that uncompressed coal, or mini coal, sorry. Oh, we've already got a stack of uncompressed coal. So what we're doing is we've got seared bricks. So what I might do is I might call it here for the episode. So next episode we'll get our smeltery area up and running. We'll continue on with our cobble generator and our lava generator. Look at that, we now have lava. So the first thing we'll do in the next episode is make our cobblestone generator. We'll get the smeltery up and running, and then if we've got time we'll automate the mob farm. Okay, so that's it for episode 5, and we'll see you guys in episode 6 shortly.